everybody, we are back, and today we are on our way to help. So we're at the point where the paramedics have picked me up, and my husband and I are on our way up to Casper, Banner Medical. So anyways, we get there, and at this point I finally have some pain meds on board, and I'm very, very septic. I'm very sick, so some of my memories kind of were really weird. So some of the account of what I'm going to tell you is actually my husband's account. But yeah, so here we go. I got up there, they took me down to put the drain in, which was why Rollins Memorial Hospital had finally called Banner, was because they needed to put this drain in 5 days later, I guess. And so anyways, we go down, we get prepared to do that. They gave me the anesthetic that kind of just makes you daisy, right, at first, so you don't remember what's going on. So I wasn't fully knocked out, because like I said, at this point I am so sick, so septic. I'm still having issues with my fluid tracts and things of that nature. So yeah, they were trying really hard not to have to knock me out again. Well, I laid back on the bed, and from my husband's account, they told him at that point in time that where my incision was just started oozing, and the awful things that were inside of my body started coming out. So then it was an emergency rush surgery where they actually went in, took out my colon, and found 2 masses there, which was awful to hear later on. I was so messed up, but I didn't understand what was going on until way later. But yeah, they found masses in my colon, so they ended up taking that out and undoing everything that he had originally done to me. They actually took care of me, and then gave me a colostomy bag. So, but at this point, it was almost a touch and go kind of thing. They didn't know if I was going to make it. Like I said, this is all the things that my husband told me, because I was so out of it. I don't really remember a lot. Like, I remember hearing them and hearing my husband talk. My husband talked to my dad, like things of that nature, but I don't really remember a lot because of the trauma. But anyways, so basically we spent the next 28 days fighting to get my life back. Once we got everything figured out, I had gotten so septic that I had what we called a yellow coat infection, which means you could not come into my room without wearing one of those yellow paper gowns, because I was so sick. At one point in time, I actually only had 1 platelet of blood. I am so grateful for people who donate blood too. I just want to let you know that, because without that, I would not be here today. Without the quick actions of those doctors, I would definitely not be here today. So anyways, I got blood. They finally got the infection to go away. It took so long, months. I came home with what they call a PICC line in my arm. You can see, well, you probably can't actually, but I have some pretty little scars from my little PICC lines. I actually probably will keep those forever, just as a reminder. And then it has taken me since then to work back to somewhat a normal life, resemblance of a normal life. Ollie, at last year, I tried to work, but in between working, I had complications from the surgery that we were still working on fixing. I am super happy to announce that as of the 6th, we were able to take everything down, I ended up with some hernias and some things like that while we were healing up, and just some really rough things, but we got everything taken down, put back together, and now we're just on the journey to healing the body on the inside. So yeah, there's that. I still have a few things that I have to deal with. I have another surgery coming up to kind of work out some other things, but yeah, I'm finally where I can almost say that it's okay, that I might be okay. It's been a year living in limbo, which I didn't even know I was doing that until after they had fixed me. But yeah, I spent a year living in purgatory. So this is kind of crazy. Tomorrow's video will include a lot of question and answer type of things. I've had a lot of people ask me about legal things or why I didn't sue or things like that. So tomorrow I want to kind of discuss a few of those things and explain to you guys why everything happened the way it did. So we'll see you tomorrow.